Hey folks, welcome back to the channel where we would talk about police interactions to make sure you know your rights as a citizen and also understand the legal rules for filming in public. We're highlighting some very important cases today. You'll find links to each creator's channel in the video description. Be sure to subscribe to them, watch their others' videos, and don't forget to subscribe to mine as well. Now let's jump into our first video and we'll talk more later.
Am I being detained?
Yes, right now you are.
For what? What reasonable articulable suspicion you got that I committed a crime?
You didn't slow down.
You can't. That's not a crime. You can't tell me to slow down when I don't even. I'm driving up there and you told me to slow down.
Hand me your ID,
Reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. Tell me what it is.
Hand me your ID, sir.
Let me get a supervisor.
Hand me your ID, sir.
Supervisor.
Hand me
I'm
your
asking
ID,
you
sir.
for a supervisor.
Hand me your ID, sir.
I'm asking you for a supervisor.
Hand me your ID, sir.
I'm asking you for a supervisor,
Hand me
sir.
your ID, sir.
What reasonable articulable suspicion have you got that I committed a crime?
Hand me your ID, sir.
You just said to me, you asked me to slow down and I didn't, and I'm sitting still, sir.
Go ahead. I'm just asking for your ID, sir.
What do you need my ID, sir?
Just give him your
We didn't do
ID.
anything wrong.
We're not going to jail for
He's done
anything.
right, but he's done run it. I heard everything come back and they said
That
I'm
was on your
fine.
tag. I didn't.
I'm
check
the
your
owner of the
ID.
car.
I know. I just checking to see who you are.
Right. But you don't have any articulable suspicion of what's the
Look at
crime
that,
I
I told
committed.
you to slow down,
How
and
can
you kept
you
on going.
How can you
I thought
tell
you
me to
just-
slow
I
down
thought
when
you
I'm
were just
sitting
saying
still,
you
sir? How can you tell
were
me to slow
not sitting
down?
still when you went blowing by me.
You weren't up there.
I was standing right there.
This gentleman here told us to
And
pull
then
in
he
here.
stepped out in the road to tell you to stop.
No, he told us to pull in here. He grabbed my ID. This cop grabbed my ID out of my car.
You don't have no problem, brother.
No, I ain't got no problems.
Folks, this situation is unreal. Right off the bat, this stop is completely bogus, and that cop is 100% in the wrong. Honestly, this officer should be fired and charged with every crime they committed in this encounter. It's not just John's wallet that was taken. It's his rights as an American that were violated. Remember, cops will say whatever they think will get you to comply, but this officer crossed the line. By reaching into the car and grabbing John's wallet off his lap, they completely violated the Fourth Amendment. As you can see on the screen, the Fourth Amendment is clear. It protects us from unreasonable searches and seizures. This is not just a bad move, it's a full-blown abuse of power. Honestly, it's sickening. Let's break this down further.
Sir, can you have my wallet back to me and I'll take my ID out? You don't need my wallet. It's got money in it.
Central 1212. That comes back to John M. Stewart out of Walling, Tennessee. He has a valid Class Delta, no gun permit, no restrictions, several priors, negative NCI.
Get your name and badge number, sir.
Badge number's 1212.
And your last name?
Pack.
Pack. You tell me why you reached in my car and grabbed my ID like that?
Because I asked you to hand them to me, and I could have put you in cuffs.
1212, what's your location?
asked you to slow down. You did not slow down. I had every right to pull you out of this car and detain you when I asked you for your name, and you did not give your name. I asked you for your license. You did not give me your license.
Please explain to me,
I
what do
have
you
a
mean
right
you
to-
asked us to slow down?
When I told you to slow down and you did not slow down, you only slowed down when the man stepped out in front of your car. Sir,
and told us to
do
pull in
not.
here, did he not? And we pulled in here.
Yes, after he stepped in front of your car to keep you from hitting him. So that's the only time you stopped. So I'm not going to tell you that again. I do have a right to detain you.
There's
I
nothing.
do have a right to ask you for your ID.
We were slowing down to come through this intersection.
That
We
is
don't
a
know what's
lawful
going
order.
on.
I
I
do
didn't
have
say
a
it wasn't a
right.
lawful order.
I
said
do have a right to ask you for your ID at any time. So whether you want to or not, you do have to comply with that. Whether you're recording that or not.
that ain't, the recording's just for me. That ain't got anything to do with it.
understand
We're
that.
slowing down. We come over this hill. We don't know what's going
When you
on.
came down through there and you saw blue lights right there, and then I tell you to slow down, you did not slow down. You kept on going right past me.
Doing 5 miles an hour.
No, you were not doing
This gentleman
5 miles
come
an
out
hour.
and slowed
The
us
speed limit's
down.
30 miles an hour.
We wasn't doing 30 miles an hour.
Yes. You were doing more than that. You were doing 40. Down through there.
Oh, yeah, until we got stopped. I'm sure we might have been doing 35 or 40, but I wouldn't do no 35 or 40 when we come up to you
I
or
was
that
telling
gentleman
you
over
to
there.
slow down, and you didn't. You went right past me, and then he stepped out in front of you. So, that's the reason why you were being detained. You understand that?
I do understand that.
All right, slow down.
Thank you, sir.
Speed limit's 30 miles an hour all the way down through here.
And we weren't going over 30.
Yes, you were. When you come past me, you were.
Let's go.
Believe me, I can tell.
All right.
I do
And what,
this for a living. All right?
what was your name again, sir?
I told you already. You got it recorded.
Pat? Okay. Are we free to go?
Just a second. As soon as this car goes by.
Hang on, don't back up yet.
If John was pulled over for speeding, then sure, he'd need to show his ID. But just being told to slow down isn't a legal stop. The officer claimed he could tell John was speeding because, and I quote, he can tell because he does this for a living. Seriously, he didn't even write John a ticket, so it looks like he was just flexing his power. The officer said he had the right to detain John and ask for his ID, which is true, but John also had the right to refuse. If the officer had a reasonable suspicion of a crime, that would be different, but all he did was tell John to slow down. So where's the crime? This cop needs to be fired and charged, no question about it. Remember, cops are trained to push their authority, but you have civil rights and liberties. You don't have to comply with unlawful orders. That's why it's so important to know your rights. Learn the laws in your area, local, state, and federal, so you can be ready if you ever encounter a power-tripping cop trying to strip you of your rights. Civil liberties are the freedoms the government guarantees you won't lose without due process. This includes things like freedom of speech, the right to privacy, and protection from unlawful searches and seizures. Knowing your rights can make all the difference in these situations.
Police Department.
Huh?
Something you're going to the police department.
Why are you here?
Is that a concern from the business? When you were concerned.
Oh yeah? They can't read?
I didn't see him.
No, they can't read? I'm pretty sure they called you because they don't like the freedom of speech.
You have a driver's license or ID with you, sir?
I'm not giving you ID.
Can I get your name and date of birth?
Nope. Have I committed a crime? Do you have probable cause?
No, sir.
Am I being detained?
What's your sign say? I just asking.
Huh?
Do you mind just asking what your sign says?
Says they screw?
Okay, is that really what it says, or does it say, like, quote, fuck me?
Ah, that's an F with a star and a
Right.
CK.
Okay.
So
sir,
I could actually publish
Here,
that
listen.
on
Listen,
TV.
we'll talk to you. Okay, listen. You get the call, okay, with the sign, I get that you're upset, you're frustrated with them. Alright, if you want, your camera's directly on me, that's fine. But I do like talking eye to eye, if you're good with it, okay? So have you tried to talk to them and settle the whole issue?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I made it all the way to the CEO.
Okay, so this is the thing, alright? We get a call, we get a complaint. You're holding a sign that does have vulgar language.
No, it doesn't.
Listen, let me talk. Okay.
It doesn't. I've held this sign in 2 states and 3 counties.
Listen.
So now
we
you
know what it means, right? We know what it means.
That does not matter. Vulgarity is a legal term.
Listen, I'm not here to.
It's a representation of vulgarity, kind of like, you know, on TV when they go beep. No. Is this a consensual conversation?
If we get further calls, okay, because now we know what your sign says, and it causes a disturbance, that actually is illegal.
No,
so
it's not.
We're being nice word. I don't care whether you disagree or not.
You can't convert my freedom of speech.
Okay, effed. Okay,
yeah.
And it offends people, especially like if there's families, and these are all examples. If
there's kids in the car, I close the sign.
But you can't see.
Yeah,
okay?
I can.
We know you can't see.
Okay? I can.
Right. How many people were in that car that just passed you?
I wasn't paying attention. You were distracting me.
And when we pulled up to you, you focused on us, and you weren't focused on the other cars. You're not focused on these cars passing you. You're not focused on these cars next to you.
That's because you're distracting me.
Right. When we pulled up to you. Okay.
No. There was a car right there with 2 people in it, and I was pointing to the fact that you guys are here, and they called you specifically to violate my right of freedom of speech. Yes, they did.
Freedom of speech until you offend somebody.
No.
Yes.
No, sir.
Yes.
No, sir.
Okay.
I did not. So there's no vulgarity. No.
Watch the language, okay?
Well, you can go fuck yourself.
Okay.
Okay. Well, there you go. See, that's the freedom of speech.
So we're going to talk to them if you step on the property.
I have not touched their property line.
If you step on the property, we'll talk to them, and if they want you to go to jail, you'll go to jail.
Well, you'd have to trespass me first and then give me notification.
Right.
Which is going to be harassment since I never touched their property line. Well, go ahead. You go talk to them, big guy.
All right, no problem.
And what's your badge number?
283.
283. What's your badge number? Yeah. So, are you under oath here today? Did you? No.
As long as
you didn't take an oath.
In court. Okay.
No. That when you take an oath,
no.
You can go fuck yourself.
No problem.
You're an asshole.
Okay. You have a good day, sir.
Yeah. Goodbye, asshole.
Hello. How you doing, sir?
What's up, Holmes?
What's going on?
What's up, Holmes?
What's your name?
What's up, Holmes?
Do you have any ID?
What's up, Holmes?
Is that how you're gonna just go with it then?
What's up, Holmes? What you want, Holmes?
6 one, I'll be out with 3. I'm gonna take one additional right now.
You know what? To respond.
What do you want, Holmes?
Well, I was trying to talk to you.
Go away.
You just want to say what's up?
Go away.
No, at this point I got a call about you.
I don't care what you got. Go away, man.
What are you doing? Do you have any ID on you?
Go away.
No, I'm not gonna go away.
Go away, piggy. Go away, piggy. Go away, piggy.
Once I see your ID.
Hell no, I ain't showing you shit. You wish you could, huh, Gonzalez? Look at you.
Just waiting. I got all the time in the world.
Go ahead. Sit your ass down. Have a seat, Gonzalez. Have a seat. Go ahead and lean against my vehicle right there. Go ahead and lean against my vehicle right there, man. You got permission. You got my permission. Go away, piggy.
All right, guys.
Go away, piggy. I told you, you ain't gonna get shit, boy. Learn the law, bitch. Learn the law, bitch. Fuck off.
Please get off the sidewalk.
Fuck off, man. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Get off the sidewalk. What do you mean, you don't, bitch?
Filming in public is indeed a right protected by the First Amendment. Courts have consistently upheld this right, recognizing that taking photos and videos in public spaces is essential for free speech and press. For instance, in the case of Glick versus Kunifi, the courts affirmed people's protected right to record public officials in public places. The video you mentioned involves people asserting their right to film on a public easement. They rely on legal cases that distinguish public areas from restricted state property. Public easements are meant for everyone, including filming, and in the presence of public utilities in the area, supports this argument. However, the correctional officer's questioning of filming authorization highlights a possible misunderstanding of state policies versus public rights. While security near a correctional facility is crucial, it must not infringe upon constitutional rights. The suggestion to contact a public information officer for permission seems to conflict with broader legal permissions for public filming. Balancing security and constitutional rights is essential. The debate centers around whether the precautions suggested by the officer are reasonable or overly restrictive. The photographer's argument about jurisdiction emphasizes the legal boundary between public and state property. Public spaces enjoy broader legal protections, even though some restrictions may apply to state-owned areas. Your voice matters. Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's continue exploring and advocating for our rights while ensuring community safety.
Manager up, they want you to leave. So
right. So again, all right. That's and
yeah.
And,
I mean, no,
it's
and
their
here's
policy,
the thing,
but you're not policy enforcement, sir.
But here's the thing:
law enforcement.
if they're telling us for you to leave and they don't want you here, that's all.
But I'm not breaking any laws. This is a public building.
But they don't want you here. You're disrupting their.
So if somebody didn't want me here because I was, a Muslim or a Jewish citizen.
Good afternoon, sir.
You have a cheat sheet?
Yes, I do.
You have a cheat sheet?
Okay, yep.
For a man with a camera?
Yes.
Really?
Really.
What is the security threat or a safety issue
Because we
or
have
what's going on?
People-sensitive items not on a desk and everything else, and computers are working. So,
Do you mind if I get your first name?
No.
So you were not going to identify yourself as a public servant?
I'm going to call in my supervisor right now.
Right.
And then we'll go from there.
Can I tell you, just based on my personal anecdotal experience, that I've been in a lot of government buildings, and I've never once received any sort of private or confidential information.
All you want to and everything else, but you cannot go in that room, or I can shut the whole facility down until you leave.
Well, I don't want you to do that. I'm just taking some pictures and video.
Make sure you get Miss Monica on the phone so I can get hold of you.
Can I speak to a supervisor, sir? I just had a couple questions.
There's not one on site. I'm calling her right now.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. Their new tactic, ladies and gentlemen, is to close down the DMV in order to get all the people that are inside angry with you and turn against you for simply exercising your constitutional rights.
All right, sir.
Back to the cheat sheet.
Not permitted within the facility. Going to show the signs that shows that you are not prohibited, is not allowed inside. Please ask the individual to politely stop recording. If the individual continues to record, announce to customers counter service are going to be delayed. Have employees stop processing. Politely inform the individual to leave the DLC, and then the next step is to call the police.
All right, well, I'm not going to leave, so you have to call them then.
No problem.
Island Audit.
I am Long Island Audit. My name's Sean Paul Reyes, sir. How are you?
Nice to meet you, man. How are you?
Hey, mind if I get your name and badge number, sir?
Yeah, Officer Prada, Union Township Police 3804.
Thank you. You mind if I get your name and badge number, sir?
Linton 3808.
Thank you. How are you?
What's going on?
Nothing. I was just taking some pictures in the lobby. I wasn't getting no screens or anything like that. And they shut down services to everybody. Ronald here, he shut down services to everybody. And I was just telling them, listen, I'm just exercising my First Amendment right in the public lobby. I wasn't going behind any counters. I wasn't even in the area where they're actually helping people. You know, but he says apparently they can get confidential information from the lobby there. I'm
not sure if they're trained with that.
Yeah, they are. He has like a whole script. He has like a script that he reads. It's like a little cheat card that he reads, and he's like, I'm now shutting down services because there's a threat to privacy, when I'm literally standing in the lobby, in the public lobby, where anybody could see, write it down, surreptitiously record, you know, if they wanted to have nefarious purposes. So
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk to him.
Yeah, sure, no problem. No problem. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
So far, so good. Law enforcement officers seem to be, looks like one of them was a supporter of the channel.
Yeah, so.
Okay, I have to ask you, what's the point of what you're doing?
I'll tell you if you would like.
Please don't
What's that?
pause this, sir.
No, I'm not, I was just wondering.
No, she just wants to learn. That's fine. It's fine. I'll tell you. Sure, no problem. So, yeah. So the point, if you want to know, the point of what I do is I actually work with police departments across the country on First Amendment training. I'm an activist, so I go into public buildings like this. DMVs, especially, have a history of treating people really poorly, and for the most part, and or public servants. I've seen them. My channel, you'll see.
Because they've been really good up here.
That's fine. If they're good, then I want to highlight that too. That's why I highlight good officers and I call out bad ones and the good public servants and bad public servants. I think there should be transparency and accountability within our government. Don't you? No?
I have never had a bad experience here ever, and I'm 5 years old.
Well, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Just because you didn't have a bad experience doesn't mean somebody else didn't have a bad experience, ma'am.
No, I understand that.
That's all. I'm just trying to.
I just did because this is bullshit being stopped.
Yes, and now we got.
Well, no, and listen, but he stopped. Listen, he stopped.
My 1 day off
I
too.
can get here and they stopped.
Yeah, but is that my fault or theirs?
That's your fault.
How is it my fault? I'm not getting any.
Record on premise.
That's a sign, sir. That's not a law. That's a sign that they put up. There used to be signs that say,
You messed up my whole afternoon.
I didn't do it. They did. Talk to the public servant that you pay tax dollars to that is not serving you, sir.
Okay, well, he just asked you to leave and you didn't. So now you're trespassing, is the way I look at it.
Okay, well, that's why we have the law enforcement
Before
officer.
stop.
Okay, well, it's a good thing you're not a law enforcement officer, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying.
He's the one talking about forcing me out.
I'm not saying to you. I'm just saying it's both of you. It's trying to argue.
Let's go back at a 3:45 so we can get our stuff done.
3:45. I would love for them to get back to your stuff. I would love that.
Yeah, he's still there. He won't leave.
So we pick and choose our rights in this country, right? Second Amendment's okay.
And those people don't waste their day going around recording all of it. They actually go to work.
This is my job.
People's time.
My taxes will say that this is my job. That's all.
If you want, I'll talk to you here. If you want me to talk here.
Sure, it's fine, whatever.
So I talked to them. They called up their manager.
Right.
I guess they do have a policy, and it specifically states that they don't allow people to record here.
Right.
So they're wanting you to leave.
Right. So, you know,
and it's in their policy, specifically.
I understand that it's their policy, but, you know, the policy doesn't trump the United States Constitution or our rights. And
well, that's something you got to.
You walk into a dispensary that don't allow recording.
That's something you got to take up. That's something you got to take up with the state.
Well, they're not forced. Right.
You have it all on camera.
Right.
You know, that's something. But when they call us, and it specifically states, that they want you. You know, I called the manager up. They want you to leave. So.
Right. So again, all right. That's
I mean,
it's
and
their
here's
policy,
the thing,
but you're not policy enforcement, sir.
But here's the
You're law
thing:
enforcement.
if they're telling us for you to leave and they don't want you here, that's all.
But I'm not breaking any laws. This is a public building.
But they don't want you here. You're disrupting their.
So if somebody didn't want me here because I was, a Muslim or Jewish citizen,
there's private information.
Where? Where?
Up there when they go.
I was nowhere near there.
But again, it's at their discretion. They don't allow anything.
But when you allow public servants to have discretion, what's next? It's because I'm holding a camera in my hand in a public lobby, or is it going to be because of skin color, race?
Yeah, they just don't want you here. So obviously, you have to leave.
All right. Well, are you going to arrest me if I don't leave? Because then that's what I need to that's what I need to hear so they're able to hold you accountable because that's
again when we get called to a place and that's our
your job is to uphold your constitutional oath, sir.
Yes, again I'm just telling you that they want you to leave. So.
And if I do not leave, you'll arrest me.
We'll have to, and I don't think that's gonna.
Can I please?
I don't think it's gonna solve it.
Sure.
She's trying to.
I'm not. I don't want to get. I don't listen, ma'am. Let me talk to the officer, and this is gonna be over in a second. I don't want to get arrested. Okay. I'm not gonna get arrested. The court system is that the court system. Okay, ma'am. Being nasty again doesn't get you what you want.
Don't carry on.
It doesn't get you what you want. They're carrying on with me.
I just don't engage them. But what I'm just saying is they want you to leave. That's something that you got to contact the state and take up with them.
But you're the one enforcing it, though.
Yes, I have to enforce.
Okay. Excuse me. I had such high hopes for you guys. I really did. I had such high hopes. There's nobody being hurt, nobody being bothered.
Yeah.
None of that.
All right. Thank you. We have to continue on business here, all right?
Insane. Insane. You guys don't have body cameras here?
What's that?
You guys don't have body cameras?
Yes, yeah, we have.
Oh, but you don't.
I'm working off-duty detail. I came to assist because there was a disturbance.
A disturbance, a camera, right. Got it. Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
All right, let's break this down in a chill, everyday way. No stiff talk, no big legal words. Imagine walking into a public building like a DMV with your camera out, recording. You're not sneaking into any private areas, you're not filming computer screens, you're just standing in the public lobby where anyone can walk in. Suddenly, the staff freaks out, shuts down the counters, and calls the police. Why? Because you're filming. Now here's where it gets important. Filming in public spaces is a protected First Amendment right. You don't need permission and you don't need a special reason. Public buildings belong to the people. Your tax dollars help fund them, and as long as you're not breaking the law or interfering with operations, you have the right to record. But what often happens is staff or even police confuse policy with law. A building might have a policy saying no filming, but a policy doesn't override the Constitution. That's why these kinds of situations matter. They show how power can be misused, not necessarily out of evil intent, but sometimes out of misunderstanding or wanting to control the situation. In the example you described, the police were polite at first, but in the end they enforced the DMV's no filming rule over the man's First Amendment rights. That's the tricky part. When public servants who swear an oath to uphold the Constitution choose to prioritize policy or feelings over legal rights, it chips away at public trust. So here's the takeaway. Know your rights, stay calm, and remember, your camera doesn't just capture moments, it helps hold power accountable. That's how we protect our freedoms.
Who are you, sir?
I'm Commander Grimes. I'm an administrator. I've seen you walking around the facility with a camera.
Oh, Commander Grimes.
Yes.
Oh, no, I don't need any help. Thank you, sir.
Okay, what can I ask you what?
Oh, I'm just taking some pictures and video.
Of what, sir?
Of the facility.
Of the facility, the perimeter fence? Why
Just
is that, sir?
the facility in general, sir.
Right, but you're over here by our mobile range.
Yeah, I was checking out the mobile range. I never seen a mobile shooting range before.
Okay, and you're taking pictures of our exterior fence. What's your name, sir?
Oh, I'm not gonna give my name, sir.
Why not?
Just because I haven't done anything wrong.
I'm just asking, and you're walking around our perimeter fence.
Yeah, well, my first name's Sean.
Sean?
Yeah.
You don't want to give me your last name, sir?
Oh, no. I'm an independent journalist, Commander.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
How's it going, man?
Hey, how are you?
What's going on?
Nothing. Can I just get your name and badge number, please?
Yeah, it's Deputy Smith. My badge number is 213.
Okay.
Yeah. What's
Thank you.
going on?
Nothing.
You're just one, you're right outside the border of the airport, and two, you're over right across from the jail, so you're kind of in a suspicious area right now.
Yeah, I'm just taking some pictures and video.
What for?
I'm an independent journalist.
Okay. Do you have your ID on you?
I do have my ID on me, yeah.
Yeah, can I just see that, please?
For what?
Because you're in right next to the airport,
Okay.
and you're right outside the jail, so I'd like to just see some ID, see who I'm dealing with.
How does that help you in your investigation?
Because what I'm trying to figure out is just who you are and see maybe when I run your identity, I can figure out what's going on here and see who you are exactly.
Will my ID tell you if I'm an independent journalist or not?
No, it won't.
Does it tell you?
What do you have going on right now? Just because I have the jail calling right now, I have the COs coming over right now.
Yeah.
We just want to know what's going on.
Yeah, I just told you though.
What do you?
I just told you, Deputy. I just told you.
What are you doing?
I'm an independent journalist.
What is it?
I'm working on a story.
What's the story?
The story is on the county of Albany, as well as the airport here, and the correctional facility.
What are you writing about the facility?
Oh, just general information about the facility. It's not published yet, so I really don't want to get into too many specifics.
What company do you work for?
Oh,
you're
independent.
Sorry, yeah.
Independent. So I work for myself. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
I just don't think that my ID would, you know, I do have it on me, but I don't think that's gonna. I don't see how that's gonna help you out in any way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it'll help me figure out who you are. What's your name?
My first name's Sean.
Sean. What's
Yeah.
your last name?
I don't want to give out any identifying information as far as my full name or address or my ID or anything like that.
Why is that?
Because I haven't committed a crime. That's why.
Yeah, but the area you're in is a very unusual area to be in right now.
At a side on a public easement.
No, you're in between the airport and you're in between the jail right now.
Oh, yeah.
So this isn't a normal spot for someone to be.
How you guys doing? Good.
You're an independent journalist, but I want to know how much longer do you plan on being here for?
As soon as I'm done with my story that I'm working on, any pictures that I get.
About how long do you think you'll be here for?
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you.
All right.
You're welcome to hang out if you like.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay. You're welcome to hang out.
You can continue doing what you're doing for right now, and
I know.
Come back and talk to you in a second. Okay?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll be here. I'll be here. Yeah. Mhm. You guys work for the correctional facility here?
Yep.
Okay. So you guys have no authority over here, right?
No, it does. As far as correctional.
No, it's not. You have no authority over here. Just so you know. It doesn't matter. Your job is to keep peace inside the correctional facility.
Okay. I might just hang out for a minute until he's gone. Okay. If you need anything, just okay. Thanks.
Can't do anything outside the jail.
What's that?
They can't do anything outside the jail. You know that. I'll make you a deal, deputy. I'll make you a deal. If you give me your driver's license, I'll give you my driver's license. Is that a deal? No?
Just hold on. I'm trying to.
Oh, yeah. It's windy. He's unreadable with wind interference. Hopefully you guys can hear me and everything that's going on. It's very windy out here. Sure.
Alright, sir. So, just the only reason we came over, just to reiterate, is just because it is just kind of an odd area. That's it. Just because you're in between the jail and the airport. Really, we have no problem with it. It's just we wanted to see who was over here and what you were doing over here. That's really
Yeah, and I told you, right?
Yep, you did.
I
Yep.
told you.
So honestly, you're good to do whatever you got to do.
I appreciate that. Thanks.
And
Thanks.
just the biggest thing is just don't go on.
Don't do
the
it.
opposite side of this.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
What?
Don't do it.
What?
You're gonna give me some meaningless directives.
No,
and I don't want to. I don't. No.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't go on the other side of this fence.
Come on.
It's a secure area for the airport.
Okay.
That's all. That's all I'm just saying. And then
When you walk
this is just
your dog later, make sure he has a leash on him.
And then
Do you see?
on the opposite side,
Come on,
if you
man.
go over near the jail, that's another problem too. I'm just saying there's no filming in the
But
side
you're
of the
just.
jail.
Listen.
I just wanna
You're
make
just
sure-
telling me things that have nothing to do with me. Was I ever in the jail? Was I ever on that side of the fence?
You weren't, but I'm just trying to tell you. You're in and
Just
out
so I
here.
know.
Are you from around here?
Just so I know,
Have
right?
you been around here before?
This is my first time. This is my first time here. Yeah,
Okay,
this is
so-
my first time
so
here.
that's why- see,
But I'm not gonna go. But
so you know,
I can read. Do you see that the signs on the fence say restricted area?
Signs on the fence?
On the other side there is.
It is right over there.
Yeah.
In this area where we're standing right now. Dude, I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to figure out who you are. That's all it is.
No, yeah, I told you. My name's Sean. I'm an independent journalist. That's it. How you doing, deputy? Okay.
I just want to make sure you knew where you were going. I
Okay.
just want you to end up in somewhere you're not supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's an odd spot for you to be outside, in between the airport and the jail.
Yeah.
But besides that, you're good to go. So
right.
have a nice day, all right?
Make sure your seatbelt's on when you get in the car, okay?
Thank you.
No problem. Stay safe. Can I just get your name, sir?
Juan?
Yeah.
Feliciano.
And your badge number, Feliciano?
123.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Helicopter flew right above us as this guy was giving me his directives. Why? Why? There's no need for directives. Now look.
Man, this right here is a textbook case of cops trying to flex their authority where it ain't needed. Sean did everything right, stayed calm, knew his rights, and didn't let them intimidate him into handing over his ID. The whole "you're in a suspicious area" excuse is just another way to fish for information when there's no real crime happening. Being near an airport and a jail doesn't magically erase the First and Fourth Amendments. And let's be real, if checking IDs was really about safety, why didn't the cop show his first when Sean offered a trade? Because it's not about safety, it's about control. They were just hoping Sean would slip up, get nervous, or give them a reason to dig deeper. But he didn't. He kept it simple. I'm an independent journalist, I'm on public property, and I'm not breaking the law. It's funny how, after all that back and forth, the cops end up saying, "You're good to go, have a nice day." Like, yeah, no kidding. That's what Sean had been saying from the start. The moral of the story? Know your rights, record everything, and don't let cops pressure you into giving up more info than you have to. The only reason this ended without drama is because Sean stood his ground. If more people did the same, these weak intimidation tactics wouldn't work anymore.
I don't understand. What is the problem?
Well, let me tell. Well, yes.
You can't do that right now. Don't say anything. Just keep. Hey. Don't say anything.
Oh, really? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. What's your name?
Nate.
You rather not? You want to bump it? No, let's shake it, bro. You're a man.
All right, there you go.
God damn it. Well, thank you for standing up for the Constitution and the First Amendment. When you became a postal worker, I believe you guys take an oath to protect that. And that's exactly what you just did.
Right. Yeah, you have a right to film. It's public space.
So we love to promote and praise our great public workers. So we encourage our thousands of viewers to go ahead and call this is Brockton, Massachusetts, United States Post Office, and give a thumbs up to, what's your name, sir? Nate. Mm-hmm. Thumbs up to Nate for standing up for the Constitution and the First Amendment and Poster 7.
All right, well, thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Over there. Hey, brother. So that was an awesome interaction because even though you weren't fully informed, she automatically said, "Hey, don't say nothing." But this guy also said, "Hey, it's about her rights." So
it's ironic. She came up twice.
well,
they're gonna not remember that she brought up the freaking thing.
Well, I just want to let you know that I know that you're gonna continue to respect our right to video record in the future and for other people. So thank you so much.
Credit cards and stuff like that. We have people filming stuff in this office that they have the right to, but they could be looking at your credit cards, your debit cards, looking for theft and stealing things.
Why would you?
About that,
what's your name,
okay?
sir? What's your name? It is very unprofessional for you to assume that from us.
And you're pointing a finger at me? It's
I'm pointing too.
Okay.
I'm pointing too because you're calling me a thief.
Please be aware of your credit cards and if you haven't paid.
No.
Okay? Because we don't want people stealing your identity. Identity theft is huge in this country. It's getting worse, so please be careful. Are you pointing at my finger at me, sir? Now I have the right to call the police because you're pointing fingers.
Call the police. I'm pointing at you. Call the police.
You have to allow.
Well, yeah, it's common sense for you guys to take care of your stuff. But for him to be bringing that,
brainstem would know this, but this guy is an idiot.
For him to be bringing that up, it's very unprofessional.
I'm calling you. Let me ask you something. Did the police tell you everything's all good? That's why you're filming, right? He tell you everything's all good. Exactly. Hey, why don't you get back to work? Why don't
you go get a job?
I'm at work.
Why don't you go get a job?
I'm at work. Why don't you, dude? This guy's wasting tax dollars. Look at him. This is what the post office does, guys. Look at this guy.
Sir, you're inciting. Sir, can I speak with you? Sir, can I speak with you? Well, you're rude. Why would you?
Watch out, this guy. I would be careful.
We're not here for that.
Be careful of this guy.
We're not here for that.
This guy's not doing his job as a postal worker. This guy's recording the public on duty. I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be getting to work by now. I don't know what he's doing. For this guy. This is the guy you gotta watch out for.
Okay, so we're not doing anything. We're not doing anything wrong. We're not doing anything wrong, sir.
You point your finger, you're disrupting the whole.
No, you are, sir.
Pointing a finger at somebody?
Sir?
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
What do you mean? Who are you? Are you his boss? Excuse me.
I am his boss, actually.
Then wait in line to ask to talk to a manager then.
Sir.
Okay?
Sir.
Everybody else waits in line.
Sir.
Okay? Wait in line.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you.
You're not gonna tell me anything.
You're a public employee. Why are you so rude?
Why am I so rude? You point at me.
What's so wrong about pointing? You're the one that's telling everybody that we may be stealing.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm not stealing.
Sir.
We're gonna get your license plate numbers. We're gonna get where you live. We can do the same thing as you're doing.
Okay. Like, I'm so afraid of that. Sir?
Sir?
So everyone call the
Please watch out for your credit cards and your debit cards, please. We got people with cameras on filming stuff.
And that's fine. We're not for that. We're not here for that. But for the way that you said it earlier, it's like you're making people think that we're here for something that we're not. And you're putting our safety at risk for saying that.
I hope you don't get shot, but I hope not.
Oh, are you making threats?
Well, we have everything on camera, so I hope not, right?
Me too. Well, I got it all on camera.
Okay. I pointed at the ceiling.
I pointed at the ceiling.
That is very disrespectful. We're gonna.
Are you getting a lot of hits out there? Good. I hope you're getting a lot of hits.
You're going to be the biggest one. Oh yeah. You might lose your job too, honestly.
I might get picked up by Hollywood too. They might do a movie for me.
Yeah, they would. They would probably use a DEI hire like yourself. Yeah.
They like Trump guys.
Who said anything about Trump?
They like Trump. Oh, okay. So you're a Kamala Harris guy. Is that what you say? It's your right to pick who you're.
Why are you telling me? What are you doing?
Because you're supposed to be at work.
Because you're looking for trouble. I am at work.
Okay, think about whatever you want. How's it going? Can we speak? Yeah, let's speak over here. Look. Okay, let me hold on. Let me speak to the officer, please. All right.
Actually, you can talk to her. It's her call.
Okay. All right. So just for the record, can I have your name and badge number?
Officer Rodriguez, 556.
Rodriguez, 556. Awesome.
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah, you can talk to her.
let me see.
Who's the lady in the civilian?
How's it going, ma'am? He said we could talk to you. Okay. Okay. We're working on a story, right? May I have your name and badge number just for the record?
I don't understand. What is the problem?
Well, let me tell. Well, we were working on a story, right? And this guy, he's the manager, flips on us for video recording and comes out and in the whole crowd and tells everybody, "Hey guys, block your stuff," because I mean it's okay for him to tell people to protect their personal information because we are video recording, authorized by the postmaster first of all. And authorized by our rights, because Poster 7 clearly states that for news and advertisement purposes, videos and pictures may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, and auditoriums when used for public meetings. Now, other pictures may be taken with authorization from security personnel or the postmaster, such as pictures in restricted areas. But as long as we're not being disorderly or interfering with the business here, we have the right to video record. Yeah. Now, this guy just goes pretty much assumes that we're here for identities and tells that to people. Let me just finish and I'll let you finish. And I'll let you speak. I'm sorry.
No. So
I just need one more second. So he goes ahead and tells everybody to cover their information because supposedly we may be doing it. And then he finishes off by saying, "I hope you don't get shot." So very, very unprofessional on his behalf of saying that he never stepped out and talked to us or asked us what we were doing or anything. We're more than professional, but he's being very rude to my friend over here and acting very childish actually on video. So we're just exercising our right. We're not here to create a problem or be deceit or anything like that because we are very far from that. We're just exercising our rights.
We know the law. We know not to record anyone's private information. That's like a no-brainer. And we have everything recorded. So we know that. But we were literally on our way out. And then we had what was that guy's name? He said it was okay to film. And we were on our way out.
Exactly.
And he came out and started this whole thing.
Another employee said, "You guys are fine." We even had authorization from an employee. So He's being disorderly. He's interfering with our rights. So I would like to press charges on him for disorderly conduct.
We need to let cars through this area.
Sure.
So can you please
I'll come over here. Yeah. Either he apologizes or we're.
You're saying you're being pretty aggressive.
No.
You know, getting into a space.
No, we have
We were like 20
we have
feet away.
Well, let me speak to the officer. We have everything on video ever since we walked in. This is our full-time job. We didn't just come here to mess around with anybody. We have been publishing videos for over 6 years now, and we don't go out there and break the law. Yeah. So what we do come across with is 6, 7, or 8 incidents throughout the day where police officers are called because public employees don't know about our rights. Yeah.
And you're allowed to talk with your hands too. You know what I'm saying?
He got really the only reason that he called the police is because my friend over here pointed at him. Are you a cop?
America, what's up?
How you doing? Have you seen us?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Well, we have over 100 million combined views on the internet, so it's not rare for that to happen. So this guy, bro, I don't want to press charges on him because I'm not here to get anybody in trouble, but he needs to apologize publicly because we just with a cell phone, we reach a lot of people. But it's in his best interest, I would assume.
He's probably not going to. He doesn't have to apologize if disagreement has happened.
And then he made it political too. He said these are Trump guys. I don't know what he means by that, but I'm with the people. I support freedom.
And there's no sign saying restricted. So that guy, you feel buffer.
Yeah, he can't trespass us. And not only that, but
Did you say you guys were leaving?
We were on our way out.
well, the thing is, we will more than gladly leave because we don't want to be here all day. All we want here to happen is for him to understand by you guys that if he does, as long as we don't interfere with the business, he can't interfere with our business because we are both engaged in business.
But the thing is saying you were getting so close to him, pointing fingers.
Well, the thing is, at this point, he's also lying to these, and this can be debated at court. You know, I've been arrested more than 15 times illegally, officer. This will not destroy my day or harm me. I have people that are looking at me and looking out for me if I get illegally arrested, because it's happened many times because of people. Well, thank God you guys are not tyrants.
Why don't we just carry on with our day?
That's because you guys are not tyrants, but we have to make sure that he doesn't call these for the First Amendment ever again. You know, we'll be more than glad to leave. But honestly, guys, with all due respect, and I praise good cops, and there's nothing more than I love than police officers who respect the Constitution and the citizens. But this guy needs to understand that we will leave after you guys. You know, we're gonna go back in there, and we're gonna show our viewers, because if we don't, if I leave right now, it's an embarrassment for me as an American. And I was, but this is what we call our victory lap, where we don't harass anybody, but they make sure that we know. No. You can call it whatever you want, but the reality is that we have the freedom to. So he needs to respect that. He called the police. He should be publicly embarrassed. You see, when you break the law, these records are public records, and people are there to see them forever. So that's part of the punishment. You're publicly embarrassed. So I can't take a.
You were getting in his face, pointing fingers.
Which is also part of his crime, because he's lying to the police. So he can go ahead and add.
Listen to him just like we gotta listen to him. So
No, I understand, but I just want you to know that this guy is engaged in disorderly conduct, and he's not going to go to jail because we don't want to. Because at this point, when you interfere with my job, you're being disorderly. Once you start doing that inside the crowd, that's disorderly conduct. Thank you. Take care. I love this. Brockton. Shout out to Brockton.
We're very popular. We know this isn't our first rodeo. We travel all across the country. At this point, it's the principle. So with you, to make it easier, under a minute, just walk us in there. So did we instruct him that?
Well, honestly, it's just to prove a point, brother. Honestly, it's a hard pill to swallow for this guy.
Someone comes in here,
he'll never do this again.
I'd rather have him know not to call the police and waste your guys' time than, you know what I'm saying?
Can I have your name, please?
Miranda.
I'm sorry?
Miranda.
Miranda. Nice to meet you.
And I don't want
Can I have, are you a police officer?
I'm not, sir.
Oh, can you tell us what you're doing here right now? You're on a ride along?
No, I'm a co-response clinician.
Okay, thanks.
All right, you guys protect our right to do this in a public place. That's all it is. And then we're on our way.
Yeah, or we could be.
A big deal. I mean,
Yeah.
It is what
It is. It is. No, it's not even that. Even if he was very calm and call the police calmly, it is a very big deal, officer, because that's why they make you guys take an oath. You have to. You're promising with your life that you're going to protect these inalienable rights that we have. And if people like us don't come around public buildings, checking up on police officers, checking up on federal workers, they will never learn. So this is how you do it. This is like a little bit of tough love. We're the mystery shopper. We're gonna go in there, officer. Oh, what a great interaction. I love you guys. Good cops. Good cops. Are you the supervisor?
No.
No? What does this mean?
It's just the medal that I got.
Some type of assignment or something that you got? Oh, you did? Okay, good. Well, thank you guys. Yo, we love good cops. We love good cops. We run into a lot. There's always a little bit in every job. Every job has a little bit of bad. But with the help of Auditing America, the Allen Report, and the millions and millions of Mr. America viewers. Find the First Amendment Network by Auditing America, guys. Beautiful day over here in Brockton, Massachusetts. Make sure you find us on TikTok, Instagram. That guy did the walk of shame. Police officers are great. Awesome.
The First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution is a big deal, protecting our freedoms like religion, speech, assembly, and petition. It also includes the right to record in public, which is super important for holding public officials, including the police, accountable. Recording police isn't just a right, it's a tool for ensuring transparency in a democracy. However, it can also lead to conflict, as seen in the video with the auditor and the police officers. The auditor was testing their First Amendment rights, but the police often view these actions as disruptive. A key question here is whether officers truly understand the public's right to record. The video suggests that some might not, leading to misunderstandings and clashes like when the auditor challenged officers about public recording laws. This is where citizen audits come in. By recording interactions and questioning police knowledge, citizens push for better transparency and help highlight gaps in police training and public awareness. It's a form of citizen journalism that can bring issues to light, especially in today's social media-driven world, where our voices are louder than ever. While it's important to defend our First Amendment rights, we also have to remember that police officers are often in tough situations. Striking a balance where citizens can exercise their rights without disrupting police work is key. The video isn't just about conflict, it's a reminder that we need better education for both police and citizens about civil rights. If you believe in standing up for those rights, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it. Your support really makes a difference.